Here we go. The countdown has started. Game number 1 is going to be on 2,000 atmospheres. Oh boy. And part of me wishes that, you know, this goes all the way to the ace match. We may even catch something like Beckett Industries or even Jagannatha. We haven't had much of those today on stream, but I mean, most likely they will be there. Most likely. But here we go. We are diving into game number 1 of this specified series and spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres. LE, we have the American Zerg player. He is green, representing himself, Ukko SE2. It is Ukko. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Canadian Terran. We just saw him in a series against Patty Mac, and he went all the way to the ace match. It was so close, in fact, that he needed a break afterwards. We don't blame him, but he is back. He is ready. It is Semper. Oh boy, and I am ready. I am excited for this series again. For those wondering, who the hell is Ukko? I wouldn't blame you. Ukko has been very active when it comes to the North American semi-pro scene. You know, he does show up in NA Apprentice, for example, NA Apprentice Cup, Battle of the Americas, all these weekly events. Ukko is there. I believe he also streams on his personal Twitch channel every now and then. So again, he's a very active player, but he's also relatively new to the scene. I don't believe he's ever made it to DreamHack before. I don't think he's ever had a big WCS run either. He is kind of like some fresh blood in a way. And honestly, he's so close. I remember last year, he actually qualified for the closed qualifier as well. It was impressive to see. Oh, no, was it that? Or I think he made it to a qualifying match. And a lot of people were impressed. Like, who is this guy? It's like, yeah, man, it's Ukko. He's doing well. And he's even here. But again, he's up against a veteran of the StarCraft scene. So it is still going to be an uphill battle for him. Oh, boy. He's got a lot to prove and nothing to lose. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully he doesn't feel too much pressure on him, as so far the openers are pretty standard. He is going for his 3rd hatchery, sending his drone over. Meanwhile, we do have a Reaper opener from Semper. Nothing crazy, doesn't skip it, doesn't go for like an immediate Marine or anything like that. Just goes across the map. Everything is pretty standard.
Hello, I have returned.
Oh, welcome back, That King. Welcome back.
I have returned. I see that I have not missed much because I see a standard opening from both players.
Yeah, we were just getting into this series. Nothing crazy going on. I was just regaling the chats on who Ukko is and how, like, sure, he hasn't had much success or like presence in the pro scene, but for the past couple of years he has been very active, like when it comes to like weekly events like your Battle of the Americas or NA Apprentice and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely. One of the usual suspects of North America to be like in the Grandmaster ladder, the server.
Exactly. In my mind, both Ukko and like Eurystheus are like the 2 players who, like, for a while were like NA ladder heroes and have kind of made their presence known in competitive play as well.
He almost loses the Reaper, but he survives and managed to kill the... No, did he? Yeah, I think he killed the tumor, so nice win for him.
Yeah. Nicely done there, as there is 1 creep tumor kill on that unit's lost tab. And, oh, he did open up with a 3rd CC before Starport. It is almost done. And behind this, yo, he's going Banshees.
Yes. And she's coming in, unfortunately, it got scouted by Ukko, mate. Like, nice Overlord positioning, nice timing for the Overlord. He's gonna lose it, but it was completely worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very impressive as well, especially since Ukko didn't invest into pneumatized carapace or anything. He did have his Overlord behind the main, dove in, sees everything, and now he should be able to prepare. Again, he even sees that Cloak is being researched.
Finally, that Overlord gave his poor life for the cause, but he did it, and now he should be ready. And meanwhile, my Semper tier base is up, and I love it. Even though he's so advanced and everything, Ukko is not interested in defending yet, mate. He knows he has time. He's going for 7 more drones at the moment. 0 Zerlings coming. He feels completely confident that he's going to be able to defend with just the wins.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit concerned. I hope to see the spores soon. I mean, he has plenty of queens here at the third base, so even if the Banshee did show up, like, he should be fine. He's making another wave of queens. Doesn't have a lair though, so he doesn't have mobile detection. Okay, there we go. There we go. Spores get thrown down. Beautiful.
Yeah, Spore gets thrown down. The first Banshee is coming in. The Overlord sees it. I don't know why the Banshee is just like chilling next to the Overlord.
Yeah,
Instead of just going in.
I mean, it's one of those things where because Semper got scouted, he assumes that Ukko already has the spores ready, so he doesn't dive in, right? Makes sense. But Ukko didn't have the spores ready. That's just something that you didn't know.
No. Big brain plays, mate. Why make spores when you can just pretend to make spores?
Exactly, exactly. Like that's how you play StarCraft, mate.
If only if it could work for other things. But here we go, mate. Clock Banshees are coming in. There's one spores in each base, and there should be at least one queen in each base. So here they go. Banshees coming in. They go straight for the queen, mate. Will they be able to snipe it? Oh, only one more shot. One more shot, and yeah, the queen goes down. A couple of drones are starting to fall as well. And here comes the other queen, mate. But because the lair's not done, mate, there is no overseas. Meanwhile, the Hellions managed to enter into the third base, mate. A lot of the Zerglings are falling in, and a lot of Hellions are still alive, mate. The drones are going to align. Are they going to snipe it?
Oh my god, it looks like they will not. The Hellions will be dealt with. That was close, to be honest. 3 drones going to, oh my god, another extra 2 towards the end there with 1 Hellion shot. That could have been disastrous, but Ukko, for the most part, was able to deal with that multi-prong harass.
Yes, he dealt with the Hellions, didn't lose many drones, and the Banshees also got dealt with, mate. The Banshees are gone, and Ukko, now that he has secured his place, mate, he's going for the Gym Rising.
You say the Gym Rising, mate. The Gym Rising is 2-base muta. But he is
look. This is Gym Rising, mate. He can do any base muta he can.
That's true. It's true. We do have a Spire coming out here, which is honestly quite interesting to me that he decided to go for the Spire on top of double Evo Chamber upgrades. So yeah, the Spire is a little bit delayed. It is still on the way though. On top of that, we should see Baneling speed starting shortly now that the lair has finished up. So Ling Bane muta from Ukko. Meanwhile, Semper still just working on his bio tank.
There we go, mate. Bio tank, 1-1 is about to finish. Combat shield is about to finish. Semper scans the main base. He sees the Spire. So now he knows what he is going on up against. There we go. Immediately Thor starts in his base for Semper, and now Semper sends a group of Marines to the 4th base. There's a lot of Zerling building here. Should be able to evacuate in time, and he does.
I love the difference between Semper and Ukko, by the way. Semper, he sees the Spire immediately. He throws down missile darts. He's like, nah, mate, I'm not. None of this pretending like making side defense or anything like that. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. So, by the way, I love the row of supply depots, mate, in the 3rd base of Semper.
Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
Right, mate, this is the Great Wall of North America.
Exactly. Canada keeping out America as best he can. We'll see if he can do so. Oh god, as is Bioforce, honestly he's trading so well again. Baneling speed is not done yet.
Yeah, nice. He kills 4 Zerlings, he kills 2 queens, and on the other side, mate, another group of Marines coming here to snipe the 4th base of Ukko, and Ukko is not going to respond.
Yeah, exactly. His army was not in position. The 4th base will go down. Instead, he's busy with a counterattack. Can he break this though? The wall is here, and it is enough to deter Ukko.
Yes, it is more than enough. Ukko is not going to try to break it, mate. Semper is doing a great job so far with the units that he has.
Definitely. And before, because he was able to scan the main base, he is switching into those Widow Mines. Not just Widow Mines, Thors, Drilling Claws, everything he can to counter those Mutas and the Ling Bane. And yeah, Ukko, unfortunately, he sustained a lot of losses there. But what I will say is that enough time is passing where his upgrades are finishing up so he can catch up. This is odd to me. I feel like this may be a mistake. He started +1 range.
Look, as a third player, you want to have all your bases covered, mate. Or it's probably a mistake. It's probably just +2 melee attack.
Yeah, I'm worried, mate. I'm worried. We'll see when he notices. As a result, he is gonna be far behind in the upgrades, man. I'm scared. I'm scared for Ukko. Oh god.
Who knows, mate? Maybe 80 seconds now he's going to throw Hydra and then the lurkers.
Maybe, mate, maybe. You could be right.
Selling Rombine going straight into the trade base. The Great Wall of North America is here, mate. He's not going to be able to break it. He loses a lot of units there for free.
Yeah, a lot of links did go down. Meanwhile, once again, Semper is here at the freshest space of Ukko. This time, Ukko does have an army, but he's pushing off creep.
Oh, nice Widowman connections. A lot of all the settlings died. Most of the buildings died as well. I think Semper could have keep pushing into the base of Ukko. To be honest.
Maybe. I mean, the reinforcements weren't too far behind, but Semper wasn't aware of that. But instead, he does a back off, takes a good trade. Oh my god, where my shot?
Oh, a lot of banelings went down with a lot of settings went down for that Widowmine. Nice one for Semper. Semper has been doing a good job with those Widowmine slides.
Yeah, exactly. They just keep getting their shots off. Unfortunately, Ukko has been struggling to split off and bait out those Widowmine shots, and he's lost so many links as a result. Meanwhile, another drop here towards the bottom right does get a kill, not a cancel on the newest base.
300 minerals down the drain, mate, and Semper now preparing to assault the third base of Ukko.
Exactly. The banelings are running in. They do bait out a couple of those Widowmines, but there's still plenty left. And mate, there's not enough banelings. Oh no.
Yes. Not enough banelings, a lot of marines still left, another hatchery falls, mate. Ukko is starting to fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. We do now have another wave of banelings being morphed in, but they only just now started. Ukko is not ready for this army.
Mate, see what I told you, Hydra then is coming.
It's
not an accident, mate. It's not an accident. He just started +2 range attack.
That's why +2 melee is always also on the way. Meanwhile, in comes the bio army. Ukko, he knows that he can't fight the army, so he goes for a massive counterattack.
Yes, a lot of settings, a lot of mutants are on the other side. There's not enough infantry still there. Only one comes out. Nice bailing connections. Semper was not paying attention and he loses all the marines here.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the mutas, they do get into the main base. A lot of the links have gone down, but again, there's nothing to contest the mutas. Like, there are just so many of them. And Apocalypse of mutas, they just camp the production.
Yeah, they camp the production of Semper, mate. I'm not sure who's going to come ahead. Finally, Semper coming back to his base. His attack has been repelled, and the Mythologies are still alive, mate. There's not enough marines, mate, to just instantly kill them.
Oh god, exactly. Meanwhile, a couple of Widowmines are coming out, and yo, are they gonna get their shots off? Oh my god. Ooh,
nice Widowmine shot, mate. Another, mate, a lot of the Mythologies just went down, but they're still quite alive. The army of Semper returns, and finally Ukko comes back, and mate, what do we have at the end? 66 workers for Ukko, 71 for Semper. Even though that attack was very successful by Ukko, it didn't do as much damage, economic damage, as he wanted, mate.
That's the problem. Like, Ukko went for a counterattack and he traded army for army. He was camping the production. He left the economy alone, and as a result, Semper is far ahead when it comes to his income. And Ukko, he lost the base, he lost workers, he almost lost his natural as well. Like, he's struggling.
Mate, now let's see what Ukko can do, mate, to come back from this. The Hydra dance is done, the Lurker then is on the way. +2 attack is +2 range attack is almost done for the third player. Can Lurkers be able to save him?
It can. There's a world out there. Now we have to like envision, okay, how does Ukko come back? Make a bunch of lurkers, hold position micro, right? Hold position to the lurkers, and then somehow catches the army. That's the only way I feel like he can take a fight here. In a head-on engagement, I don't think it's gonna go his way. Meanwhile, Lurker Den did finish up. Unfortunately, there we go. Lurker range is on the way as well. We should be seeing some lurkers. There they are, 4 being morphed in. But Ukko, he just doesn't have enough to stop this army. Not here, not now.
Yeah, not here, not now, mate. That base is gonna, again, a kill, not a cancel, mate. Another 300 minerals lost, and meanwhile, another drop on the main base of Ukko, mate, and he just does not have enough to split between the two.
Yeah, exactly. There's one lurker here to defend, but meanwhile, the Bio army is gonna force down. It's gonna focus down this Spire. Oh my god, he's trying to keep it alive with the transfuse, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Spires falls, and the infantry just go back, and here we go. He's going for the tier base. There's 4 lurkers there. Okay, more lurkers arrive. So that should be enough to, for now, for now leave the base free. Yeah, Ukko says that base, nice one, but mate, he's still behind, mate. He's still behind in everything. Infantry 3-3 is done, while his own 3-3 is on the way, still not done. A good engagement by Semper, mate, and this game is over.
What I will say is that Ukko has, for the most part, been able to buy a little bit of time. Like, he just needs another base to get up and running. He needs time to remax. And honestly, there was a moment where Semper was up like almost 70 supply, but now Ukko, he is slowly closing that gap.
Poor Marine, mate. Poor Marine.
I mean, that's a lot of lurkers. Like this army can contend against that of Semper. But oh god, you can't lose the mutas and links like this.
There we go, mate. The Mutal is just running around through the base of Semper, mate, doing whatever damage they can, but it's not gonna be enough.
I mean, you say
oh my god, nice Thor shots.
Oh yeah, the Thor shots do go off. He does find a tank, but that is all he accomplishes. What else he does is he does keep the army of Semper busy, buys him enough time, but oh god, that was a Widowmine drop.
Workers kills, the Widowmine's still alive.
Yeah.
Widowmines are still alive, and here we go. The mutas are coming back, mate. I'm not sure if I like it going against a bunker. And against a missile turret, and here comes the army of Semper to defend.
I mean, again, like, this is a good thing for Ukko. He needs to do this just so that, there we go, 3-3 or +3 attack and +3 range is done for Ukko. He is maxing out now with his lurkers, with his hydras. What is he really missing though? Vipers would be nice to round this out. Vipers, maybe another wave of Ling Bane. Yeah, it's not really ideal, and unfortunately, Ukko, mate, his whole army is out of position.
Oh no, mate, here comes Semper with all his army, a lot of tanks, a lot of infantry, mate. There we go, the lurkers burrow, that's a lot of lurkers, mate. Not sure if Semper has enough.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time, he does counterattack, and this planetary will go down.
Yes, this was a nice choice by Ukko, mate. But then again, he's also going to lose one of his bases, and I'm gonna be honest, mate, Ukko needs more bases than Semper does.
This is true, but at the same time, mate, he can just get another base. Like, the lurkers keep going, and there's no real response. There are some Marines that are trying to deal with this at the same time. Oh god, Semper, he takes out or denies another base. Can Semper stop these lurkers? Oof.
Yes, with tanks he can stop the lurkers, mate. 2 lurkers went down, the rest are coming back. He are forced to come crying around. No, the Widowmines!
Oh god, that's the sad reality of lurkers, is that they're like tanks, but worse. As they did go down, there's only 1 lurker left. It is going to be cleaned up. Oh.
Speaking of clean up, mate, that infantry just disappeared.
A bit of an unfortunate move command there by Semper. At the same time, Ukko once again trying to go for another massive counterattack.
That's annoying Widowmines, mate, but it still, that's a lot of lurker, mate. Finally, Ghosts are starting to come out for Semper. This is exactly what he needs to fight all these lurkers.
Yeah, exactly. Ghost Liberators, they're going to do amazingly. There's barely any anti-air here for Ukko. He turned every single one of his Hydras into lurkers. Meanwhile, again, oh god, a bit of a misstep there but from Semper, losing 2 tanks. Like Ukko, he's defending with the bare minimum.
Why are so many medivacs here for tanks and Thors?
To heal the tanks, you know? Kappa. Oh god, meanwhile, in come the lurkers. Yo, the tanks were left undefended.
Yes, and the tanks are going to fall, mate. This base is under siege as well.
Oh yeah, mate.
Is it going to fall again?
Hey, this base, it is going to I guess go up, raise. As it does lift up, doesn't go down.
The tanks.
Oh god.
Finally, the Ghosts arrive. 1 snipe on one of the lurkers. A small win for Semper.
Yeah, and thankfully the Medivacs are finally coming back to help out this buyer. There we go. Where they should be. +3 though is finishing up here for Ukko. More importantly, the Vipers are finally out. This is the key unit that Ukko was really missing to start winning these head-on engagements. But they're not.
Oh my god, the lurkers are on A command and A move. A few lurkers die, mate. But oh my god, there's ghosts, there's tanks, there's liberators. A lot of lurkers went down. Mate. How many lurkers are left for Semper? 13 lurkers are left, but half of them are in this side of the map.
Exactly. Again, Ukko, he's trying to force a response from Semper, but Semper is not turning around. Unfortunately, in that engagement, Ukko, he lost like, what, 10 lurkers for free? I was about to praise him, saying that, mate, finally he's going to get an ideal army with his lurkers and his vipers, but just at the wrong moment, he lost his lurkers, and now it's too late.
Yes, he's losing a lot of lurkers, mate. The vipers are coming in. He needs to be very careful to not lose the vipers as well.
Oh god, exactly. Meanwhile, the lurkers across the map, they are being cleaned up. There are liberators here to deal with them. I mean, lurkers are doing their best. They're trying to avoid the liberation zones. They're trying to get into the main. Oh god.
Yeah, these lurkers slowly are going to be finally be able to be cleaned up. And there we go. The last lurker in the counter attack has been dealt with. And now, mate, there's 104 supply for Ukko and 180 for Semper.
Yeah. Like, there was a very real chance here for Ukko a couple of moments ago, you know, when he had his basically maxed out army with his Vipers, but unfortunately he was caught out of position at the wrong moment. Semper, he seized that moment to just pounce upon the army, and now he's going in for the kill. There's only a handful of lurkers left. The snipes are going off. Sure, we have Vipers here, but there's also not too much behind this either. Oh, Semper, he's just waiting to remax, get the rest of his army, and then push in.
Yeah, yes he does, mate. Yes he does. So just Ukko needs a small miracle, mate, to come back to this game. He needs that infantry, mate, to just accidentally aim move into his lockers.
Yeah, that would definitely be a way for him to get back into this. But I feel like we know Semper is a little bit better than that, especially because he is scanning ahead of time. There we go. He does see where the lurkers are. Something that is holding Semper back is that he is keeping a lot of his army at home to defend, so this isn't him at 100%.
Yes, he is wary of a counter-attack, mate, because it has already happened several times.
Yeah.
And here come the Vipers. Vipers, be careful. One is Viper. Oh my god, two Vipers got into the snipe.
Jesus Christ. Oh god. More snipes are going off. Ay, Ukko, please. I mean, to be fair, like, there's an...
What a massacre, Blight. What a massacre.
Yeah, there's just not much here that Ukko can really do.
Mate, even nukes are coming up.
Because why the hell not? Oh my god.
Nice joints on two of the liberators. One of them fell down, but the Viper got the MP, so not much energy left. Yep. Now, slowly but surely, mate, these lurkers are going to be sniped.
Yeah, exactly. We do see the the ghosts moving on forward, sniping whatever they can. There was a little bit of mismatch there from Semper, so I mean the lurker shots were actually, the lurker spines were actually denying all those snipes earlier, and Ukko once again setting up for a counterattack.
There we go. The nuke is coming in, mate.
The nukes have arrived. At the same time, there it is. There is that counterattack. Can Ukko take out this planetary? And even if he does, what is he gonna lose as first? He doesn't move the lurkers. No.
Oh my god, all the lurkers, most of the overseers are down, mate, and now Semper has the door open for free, mate. Can just move into the base of Ukko and probably win.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ukko, he was looking elsewhere, paying attention to this counterattack, and he doesn't even get the planetary. GG, well played. And Semper takes game number 1.
Crazy game, Light, and this is only game number 1. We still have at least 2 more for now.
Yeah, what a game. Oh god, it was looking so bad for Ukko for such a long time there, and then he dragged himself back into it, and then it just fell through his fingers, mate, in the end. GG, well played there by Semper. But again, mate, that's hard to believe, but that was only game 1, mate.
Only game 1, mate. There's still a couple of games remaining. What do you want Ukko or Semper to change into the next game?
Oh god, that's a good question. He was really struggling to keep up with the multi-prong attacks from Semper. I guess like probably the biggest thing to help with that is probably just creep spread, right? Did have a lot of queens in the beginning, but yeah, maybe that'll help out. Like I don't have anything bad to say about his overall composition. He took like a roundabout route to end up getting to those lurkers, but in the end, I don't think they were the wrong choice.
Semper again asking for 2 minutes. Probably trying to not lose his hands once again.
Exactly. We will give them that time. Oof. And yeah. one intense series, one after the other, and that's what I love about. I mean, I don't know if it's about these players, this matchup, just the North American region. It's been great so far, and since that game did take a while, I'm gonna quickly refresh that bracket and see if we have any other updates in the lower bracket.
Good idea. Let me check. F5. There we go, and the answer is no.
Oh.
The rest of the matches are still going on.
Yes, if you want to tune into those series, it looks like Steadfast did stop streaming. Shout out to Steadfast, he did give a raid to Biomorph. Biomorph is covering M. Canning versus BioIce. They are currently in game number 3. Meanwhile, if you want to tune into Pure Legacy versus Namshar, that is being covered by Renegade X.
Also in Spanish, covering BioIce versus M. Canning. If you prefer the silky voice of Horus.
Silky voice? I don't know, man. I would say Enki's voice is silkier than Horus's.
Mate, everything about Enki is silky.
Yeah. El hermoso, man. El hermoso. God.
Yeah, shout out to Enki. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he is doing at the moment. He is probably taking insane sleep hours because he's always casting events very, very early in the morning. So yeah, mate, map number 2 has loaded and the countdown has finished. And welcome everyone. Welcome to the second map of this best of 5 series, Lightshade, LE, and spawning here. The American third player, he is Ukko. Look, even his clan tag says Ukko.
Oh yeah. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Canadian Terran. He is red, already up in this series 1-0, but of course it is a best of 5, so plenty more games to go. It is Semper.
So okay, mate. Both players have already got one game to like seize up one another. Who's the first one to do something crazy?
That's the question. I think like Ukko coming into this series, like he even said it in the lobby chat. He knows that he's up against the favorite. He knows that he's up against like a monster of a player like Semper, who has all this experience and years in the game. So I do have a lot of respect for Ukko to go for a more standard game in game 1, but as like respectable and honorable as that is, like, mate, you're in a best of series, right? There's no shame in cheesing it up, you know?
No shame in cheesing it up. Well, game number 1, game number 2 at least, so far, everything looks normal. Like a hatch gas pool for Ukko, a Reaper expands for Semper.
Yeah, everything is pretty normal so far. Like when it comes to Ukko, I would love to see like a roach pressure, maybe all in, maybe timing, something along those lines. Like we have seen a lot of that recently in recent times, and it can do well, especially on a map like Lightshade where the rush distance is relatively small. Obviously you do kind of rely on a surprise factor to make sure your opponent doesn't really know what's going on, but even if they do scout, like they have to be prepared themselves, they have to know how to respond. So yeah, personally I would love to see that. Whether or not we see it, it's up to Ukko. We'll
see, mate, we'll see. The tier base for Ukko just now started. The Reaper is going to miss it by not much. And here comes the Reaper. Let's see how many units is Jimenez able to kill. One Zerling, yeah, he got one Zerling. Nice, there he's got 25 minutes already ahead for Semper.
Yeah, does get one Zergling in the end, but the Queen is enough to push away this Reaper. And meanwhile, as all this is going on, oh my god, we have a very, very fast OTC, even before the factory finished.
I mean, I believe this is exactly what Semper did last game, like.
Yeah,
he also went for a very fast third CC.
Yes, very similar, very similar. He did go for that third CC before Starport. And yeah, once again, going for that. It's a very economic focus for Semper. Again, he doesn't feel the need to be ultra aggressive or anything like that.
Mate, that Reaper has killed 5 units.
Oh yeah. Mate.
What the hell he killed besides the 4 Zerlings? Did he kill a drone?
Creep Tumor.
Wait, does that count as a unit?
Yes, yeah, it does.
Wow, that's weird.
Oh god, yo, Creep Tumor, they're alive, mate. They're alive. What are you on about? Creep Tumor live matters. All right, what are you on about? If you look at the units lost, there it is: 4 Lings and a Tumor.
What's the hotkey for units lost?
Shift L by default.
Shift L. Oh, okay. Today I learned something.
There we go, mate. There we go. Meanwhile, off of this, once again, Semper is going for that Banshee opener. Just quickly checking Ukko's vision. He is diving in with that Overlord. He hasn't seen the production yet, but he should. There's only one Marine here to stop it.
Yes, should be more than enough to see it, and should be more than enough to be ready as well. And here we go, mate. Hellions and Reapers are coming in. They destroy one Crypt Tumor, I believe. Oh no, yeah, they destroy the Crypt Tumor, and now they just come back. The thing is, the Hellions and the Reapers are just going to be kept alive, just to see if at any moment Ukko shows signs of weakness and he just enters and destroys one mineral line.
Yeah, exactly. It's on Ukko to make sure he spreads his creep and make sure that the Queens are in position to push away these Hellions. Not just the Queens, but also said Lings. Meanwhile, the Banshee finally shows up, but the Spores have finished up just in time.
And again, the Banshee just waiting for his sister.
Yeah, she is on the way here, alongside Cloak as well, for said Banshees.
Yeah, like I think we are entering a very similar game as we saw in game number 1. Like we see the exact same builds basically.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see like how Ukko goes about his lair, because he hasn't started it yet, and obviously there are different variants you can go for. You can prioritize, your Banelings and your ground upgrades. You can get a faster Spire instead and focus on your mutas. We'll see what kind of player Ukko is as his lair finally does start, and there we go. We do have the 2 Evo chambers thrown down.
Yes, 2 Evo chambers and the 2 less. Probably going to see again. The Baneling nest is on the way. Mate, these Queens are here and there is no vision.
2 Queens go down essentially for free. The lair isn't done, so there's no mobile detection. Oh my god! And now there will be no mining here at the gases at the natural. Mate, he wants another Queen.
Now he's going for the other side again. More mining gas that is going to be lost. I cannot believe that these 2 Banshees are doing so much damage, mate. 9 workers killed, 2 Queens. Completely worth it.
That's an insane amount of damage. That shouldn't be happening here. Oh my god. Thankfully, there's still more Queens here at the natural base. More than enough to deal with the Banshees, but again, they already pay for themselves.
There we go. More Hellions arrive, mate. They're going to clean as many Crypt Tumors as possible. I don't think they will be able to enter the base now. They want, and yeah, what does Ukko respond with this? The answer is he's going for the 4 base.
Yeah, that he is. Of course, he needs to keep his production up and running. Meanwhile, these Hellions are doing such a good job at cleaning up all of this creep. On top of that, mate, those Banshees, they are still alive and they are looking to threaten that newest base.
Yes, there's another Queen that is very lonely over there, mate. I don't think it's going to survive very, very much.
Oh my god, exactly. There's no detection here. There's plenty of energy for these Banshees to cloak. There we go. We do have that cloak. Queen is being chased down, but the rest of the Queens are responding. Oh!
The Queen goes down, and the Hellions were the Hellions. They're on the main base of Semper. Mate, behind this, Semper is just macroing like there is no tomorrow, mate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Without all the worry in the world.
Yep, 1-1 finishes up. Stim combat shields is done. So with this, Semper is going to be looking to hit a timing across the map now that all of his upgrades have completed. On top of that, because he kept his Hellions alive, the armory finishes up, and he will also have Hellions to soak those Banelings. Sorry, Hellbats.
They will, and here comes, mate. Here comes the big push. The Banelings are here. Banelings spin is almost done, just 13 more seconds. It should be done by the time the Tauren army hits.
Oh my god, exactly. Ukko is getting ready for that round. Meanwhile, where are those Hellbats? We need them morphed in. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh.
There we go. Hellbats are morphed in, mate. Semper, please, please. Banelings are doing a counter-attack on the other side of the map. There is not much here to defend, and he's going to evacuate his third base. He has to evacuate the third base, mate. Wow, nice bunker positioning, mate. That a lot of links are going stuck there. The Bane is going, but the ram is very draw, mate, and oh no. He loses all of the Banelings, and there's still a bunch of infantry and one Hellbat left, and more importantly, the tanks, mate.
Yeah, exactly. The Marines, they survive. All these things are going to go down. So are the Queens. And Semper, he successfully defended at home. Now all the reinforcements are rushing across the map.
Mate, I think Ukko just died, mate. He lost everything that he can, and he doesn't have any more gas to keep going.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like if your Banelings go off like that, and if they don't land connect with the buyer, then that is it, mate. The Mutas show up, but Mutas are gonna go down to the Marines.
Yes, all the workers will die, and GG, mate. Semper takes game number 2.
Oof. GG, and even though he was able to hold off long enough for his Banelings for 1-1 to finish up, I do think that a critical mistake there for Ukko. Like he gambled a little bit by sending all his links across the map. He was hoping to deal some economic damage and then defend at the same time, when really he needed everything at home to clean up that army. If he did have those things, mate, 100% he would have been able to get on top of those tanks and clean up that push.
Yes, when I saw the link separate from the rest of the army, I thought he was gonna go for us round, which
same.
was perfect because Semper was exactly over creep. But no, unfortunately, it didn't happen, and Ukko fell.
Yeah,
and we have 2-0 for Semper.
Yeah, again, a bit of a gamble there from Ukko. Didn't pay off, unfortunately, and now he's up against the wall. Semper, he's up 2-0. As you said, he only needs one more win, and then he qualifies for DreamHack Fall. Oh boy, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? How does Ukko come back here? Can he come back?
I think he can do it with a strong 2-base rush push. Why, mate? If you look at the replays of the 2 previous games, the Reaper of Semper never went to the main base.
Yeah, a 2-base push, I guess it could work. We have seen it before here on Romanticide. We'll see. We'll see what they have in store for us, mate.
It's perfect, mate. The Reaper never scouted the main base. Semper always goes for a faster CC. If you do like a 2-base all-in with roaches, I think you can break Semper, mate. And let's see what it does, because here we have made map number 3 Romanticide, and spawning here the American Ser player, currently down 0-2. Can he bring it back? This is Ukko.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide ALE, we have the Canadian Protoss already up to... Protoss? Used to be Protoss, is now Terran. He is currently up 2-0 in this best of 5 series, mate. He just needs un momento, por favor. One more is all he needs. It is Semper.
You are aware that you didn't say one more, actually, right?
Oh, mate, I know what I said. And I stand by it. Oh, God. This is why you should tune into the Oceanic cast, mate. Shaking my head. For not at that game, man.
I tuned in a little bit the other day, and I saw Jakku with a hat and a blue duck.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain the hat and the blue duck?
There's no explanation needed. What are you on about? It explains itself. That's Jakku.
Sure. I'll buy it. I'll let you go this time, Sanchez.
Oh, God. Yeah. We have a lot of fun. I look forward to see what new outfits Jakku has. We have been switching things up on a daily basis. as we will be casting the Oceanic qualifiers after this. But here we are, still in the NA1s, the last series of the night, potentially the final game. But I don't want to believe that. We'll see if Ukko can fight back on Romanticide.
We'll see, mate. We'll see. So far, both players are doing exactly the same thing that they did in the previous 2 games. Hatchery first for Ukko, a Reaper CC for Semper, and let's see if there is any deviation. So far, nothing different.
Yeah, so far everything is looking pretty standard. Semper does SCV scout, he has an eye on the 3rd base, Reaper is coming across the map. Ooh, forces Ukko to take the more forward 3rd.
You know what it is, mate. You know that the forward tiers is mean he wanna be aggressive with roaches.
True, it also means that it's more exposed and it's harder to defend.
We'll see, mate. We'll see. Semper Reapers come here, mate. And how many Zerglings can he kill this time? 2 so far.
2 so far. Oh, he has to be careful. He has to make sure he does avoid that queen. As once again, Semper is going for that 3rd CC. Big surprise. But again, he did already confirm the 3rd base, so nothing to worry about. Oh. Oh boy, and
Reaper, be careful.
Yeah. Okay, does escape, does back off. And I'm really curious as well, you know, what the plan is here for Ukko. Like, especially after how game 1 and game 2 went, you have to wonder that Ukko, like, he has to go back to the drawing board, right? He has to change something. He has to do something different to come back in this series.
Yes, mate. I cannot believe that if he does the same thing that he did the previous 2 games, it's gonna be any different, mate, because it hasn't gone well for him. He needs to try something new, right?
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. But we'll see. Meanwhile, the Hellions and the Reapers dive in and immediately take out 1 drone, and that's the difficult thing about this base. Like, oh god, there are just so many angles to just come in from.
It's okay, mate. The queens are here.
They are here to protect this 3rd base. Behind this, once again, oh no, never mind, this is not a 1-1-1 opening, mates.
Yes, a 2-1-1 opening for Semper, which went for a 2nd barrack, a quick tech lab, and Steam is on the way, mate. This timing is going to hit a lot faster than did it last game.
You say a lot faster, a lot harder, mate. This I'm worried. Oh my god, it's not just a 2-1-1. He's getting an armory as well. Oh god. And mate, if you don't have enough army, more importantly, if you don't have a Baneling Nest, like, it's so difficult to defend against something like this.
Well, the thing is, Ukko saw it, so he should be aware of what he needs to do, mate.
Kind of. He saw the 2 Raxes, but he hasn't seen the army, so he knows this is a 2-1-1. The problem is that against a 2-1-1, you can defend with Lings and Queens. Like, that's it. Like, that's fine. But the Hellbats are going to change things here. Again, this is a little bit more committed from Semper. It's possible that Ukko still has enough to defend regardless. We'll see, because, mate, the Lings are not at home.
My god, is he going to try another counter-attack like he did last game? And here we go, mate. The Hellions are coming. Marines with Steam is coming, and there we go. Hellbat mode engage, and oh my god, the Zerglings.
Mate, they do nothing. They cannot get on top of the bio. The Hellbats are here to protect them. Instead, the things nice. They do catch a couple of reinforcements, but the push from Semper is still going forward.
Yes, the Hellbats move forward, mate. That's a lot of queens, mate. That is a lot of queens. I think he has more than enough to defend.
Yes, he does. He does not go down here to the opening. He does have enough queens to defend, and even has the Lings to counterattack and force all these workers off the line at the 3rd.
Yeah, workers are dying, Marines are dying. Nice move by Ukko. Mate, now for the first time, mate, I can say that Ukko is ahead.
Oh yeah. He's successfully defended. You know, he's got his creep thread going. He's got his 4th base on the way as well. Like, things are looking good here for Ukko.
Yes, looking good for Ukko. He's still making queens, mate. He has 11 and 2 more are on the way. Are we going to see like a like a queen push across the map or something? Because I know that you want to be safe, mate, but do you really need more than a dozen queens?
I mean, there are some players who would say yes. Like, queens are really good defensively. They can keep up and deal with drops, especially when you're relying on Ling Bane to defend. Something that I do like is that Ukko hasn't thrown down a Spire. I love this. Like, again, like, more often than not, he would throw down that Spire, and like, especially last game, if you remember, the Midas did nothing. Like, you would have been better off with Ling Bane. Up.
There we go, another Zerling counter attack, mate. Now this time Semper is ready, so see Zerling should not be able to do anything, and there we go. They didn't even kill the Hellbat.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we had a little bit of a drop here, but Ukko does deal with it, does push it away, and we see that instead, his tech of choice, instead of that Spire, is going to be a Hydra then.
Yeah, Hydra Lurker is what is going to be happening this game instead. And again, a great wall by Semper over here at the tier base. Oh my god, to put power Zerling, mate. And they even turn into, why they turn into Banelings, mate? Why?
Yeah, they were queued up to turn into Banelings there to try and bust through the wall. Unfortunately, there were Lings there, Marines there to deal with them. Oh god, it's a bit of a rough loss by Ukko. Ooh.
Nice Baneling connection, mate. Half of that small infantry group just disappears in an instant. And yeah, Ukko just is going straight for more Zerlings. The upgrades are on the way. The Lurker then has just begun. So yeah, we're gonna see Lurkers very soon, right?
Oh yeah, not just Lurkers, but they're also gonna have those upgrades and Vipers as well. I love this especially because, again, this is a composition that eventually Ukko did get into in game number 1, but again, he went Spire first, it was delayed, like he invested his gas elsewhere. This time it's a lot more straightforward, and because of all these queens, like he has a lot of creep threat, he has a lot of map control.
Yeah, and so far, like, Semper has no idea about the Hydra, has no idea about the Lurkers, mate. Because he's still building Widow Mines and has not begun any tank production.
Yeah, exactly. For all Semper knows, it's just Ling Bane into Ultras, like straight into Hive, which it very much so could be, at least until he scouts that tech. Meanwhile, oh god, once again the Lings are stuck. They're pinned in.
There's a lot of supply that is going down the drain, mate. Trying to go whatever they can, but look how they panic they look. Oh, poor little boys.
Oh god, that's the second time that's happened. Ukko, stop trying to go for run-bys here. Stop.
That wall is never gonna go down.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, the first Lurkers are being morphed in. Range is on the way. Groove Spine's on the way. And now the Lurker's been revealed.
Yes, Lurker's been revealed immediately. Thor's tank production starts. So yeah, but now that the Lurkers are here, Semper does not feel very comfortable engaging into this basement, into the army.
Oh yeah, it's not comfortable at all. Meanwhile, the Baneling shots are being baited out. Ooh. Sorry, the Widowmine shots are being baited out, and now all the Lurkers are done. Yeah, mate, Ukko, he's fine here. He can hold. Semper knows that, so instead he just runs around, clears up a lot of the creep instead.
There we go. Going now instead for a drop, which maybe it's gonna work out the basement, especially if the army of Ukko is busy bit. And once again, Zerling's trying to get into their base, but mate, that wall is never gonna go down. Stop trying to do that.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Semper, what I love about this is that multi-prong attacks is what you want to do, right? Ukko's army is so immobile compared to Ling Bane Muta. Like, it gets so difficult to chase down these drops with Hydras and Lurkers. So yeah, he's gonna try and spread Ukko thin. The entirety or the majority of the army does respond to this.
Only clears a little bit of creep tumor on the other side as well. Semper is gonna do the same.
More creep tumors are going down again, setting himself up for a later push. Speaking of, Ghost Academy gets thrown down. Ghost as well as those snipes are going to be on the way. Oof.
Oh, another excellent Widowmine shot, but then again another Widowmine that kind of betrayed his own army. A lot of infantry went down as well.
Yeah, that friendly fire. Meanwhile, in comes the drop. Oh, there is an army here to meet him though. Oh god.
Oh no, the Banelings got stuck behind the Hydralisk.
They did, but an entire medevac full of Marines just went down, so Ukko's still trading fairly well there, but oh, this time, there we go. Forces a cancel on the base.
Yes, this is exactly the kind of wins that Semper needs at the moment. Both players are need max out, mate, and as soon as they do, I think they're going to start to move out and see how they can engage.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Now, one important thing, mate, that we don't have at the moment that we did in game number 1, mate. Where are the Vipers?
That's the big question. At the moment, Ukko, he's still focusing on the rest of his upgrades. He is maxed out, so unfortunately, he can't make any Vipers at the moment. He needs to trade a little bit first, but that is a key thing that is missing here for Ukko. Oh god, and again, Semper, he's just testing how well Ukko can defend to multi-prong attacks.
Ooh, nice Veiling connections there. A lot of inventory went down. 10 supply just in a second disappeared.
That they did. So far, Ukko doing a really good job at spreading out his army, being able to defend at multiple places at once. Meanwhile, though, Semper, something that's important to point out, by the way, is that this entire game, Ukko hasn't been able to counterattack. He's been trying towards the north, we saw many times, and now finally his army is pushing on forward. There's only one tank here to hold the line.
Yes, only one tank. The tank falls, mate, and finally the Hydralisks and the remaining Banelings are going straight, but this is a planetary. If he's a planetary, he needs to be very careful, mate, to just not just throw away units.
Yeah, exactly. The tanks are being repositioned. Semper is looking to just clean this army up. He dives on top of the lurkers. He does get one, does get both.
Nice. Meanwhile, on the other side, mate, a lot of infantry went down there for Semper, but a lot of Phoenix died as well. He needs to run because, mate, the lurkers are here.
You say run, mate. Mate, these lurkers are looking naked right now. Like, you need more than just lurkers in your army, buddy. Oh my god, we do have a couple of wings, but mate, we've been here before. This wall stands strong.
Mate, this wall stands strong, but these walls never met lurkers before.
They're not going to, mate. The lurkers, they run away. Oh god. One of them does get sniped.
One lurker got sniped, mate, and here comes the army of Semper, mate. 5 tanks and a few ghosts with this army, mate.
Yeah, the lurkers are forced back. At the same time, though, Ukko is getting ready for another run by to try and take down this planetary. This time, there are no forces left to protect it.
Yeah, here it comes. A lot of Zerlings, a lot of Banelings, mate. This planetary is gonna fall sooner or later. Here comes the reinforcements from Semper. 2 tanks and a few Marines, mate. The planetary died instantly, mate. And the rest of the army, honestly, does not matter, mate. They can clean it up if they want, but the planetary went down. 2 air workers were also killed.
Yeah, honestly, not the biggest of deals, though. The problem is that Semper, mate, he's got 2 more CCs finishing up. Like, he's ready to replace that planetary. At the same time, Ukko was trying to push in with his own lurkers, but they met ghosts. They were forced back. And now Semper, he is counterattacking here towards the south, forces another cancel on the 6th base.
By little, Semper is gaining the advantage. 3-3 is done for Semper. 3-3 is almost done for Ukko. And finally, what he wanted to see. Here we have a lot of lurkers going in for the straight for the wall. And oh no, mate, the ghosts are coming back along with the tank.
Mate, every single lurker is going down. This is why you don't leave lurkers on their own. That was a massive loss for Ukko.
Yeah, mate, he lost like 30 supply worth of lurkers.
Jesus Christ. I mean, sure, there's still plenty more lurkers that came from, but again, like, you cannot afford losses like that. And Ukko, he's back. He wants more.
He's like, mate, I haven't given enough lurkers for free. Let me give you some more. Mate, there is more tanks than the first time already as well.
Oh my god, the lurkers, they come in. This time, oh, there's no scan. This time the tanks will fall.
Yes, the tanks fall because, mate, Semper was busy on the other side of the map with another attack by Ukko, mate. And mate, on the right side, there is nothing here to defend, so the SCVs are forced to pull back.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Semper there, he does reposition, he does show up with his liberators. Semper, he successfully defended towards the south, and now he can focus all of his attention here on these lurkers.
Finally defense, finally the lurkers retreat, and 64 workers for Semper, 69 for Ukko. This is still a very close game, mate. 4 players are 3-3 at the moment. Only the plus 3 armor is finishing up for the third player.
Yeah.
But mate, Mate, we are in the minute, almost 17 minutes in the game, and still no Vipers. Where are the Vipers?
Yeah, the problem is like again, like Vipers change everything just because if you're a lurker player, you don't want they're not like tanks. What you want to do is you want to get up close and personal with the army and then burrow. And the best way to do that is with Vipers and Blinding Clouds. You Blinding Cloud the tanks and the bio, you push on forward, you burrow on top of the army, and then your spines do the rest. But right now, Ukko just can't do that. He can't get close. Like he has no way to close that gap.
Poor Marine.
Poor Marine. What I can say is that at least, you know, after all of this, Ukko, he has finally established a 6th base here towards the north. It isn't saturated, but I'm sure it's going to be shortly. He's finally like respreading some of that creep, reestablishing his base. As I say that, a couple of queens had a position.
Yeah, unfortunately, a couple of queens died. Ukko is going. I thought he was going for a counter attack, but now he's just preparing for the. Oh no! Liberators arrive here at the new base for Ukko, but the spores are ready. The spores are about to be ready. Meanwhile, he's doing a counter attack, but again, the wall is the wall.
Yeah, mate, the wall is the wall. These liberators aren't going to do too much. I mean, I guess lost fighting time, but the spores were thrown down. What is about to happen, though, what is about to go down is the main army of Semper is pushing through the center of the map. A lot of lurkers, but mate, just lurkers. Oh god, he burrows.
Lurkers, they were they move. Oh my god. He lost one lurker, but at the same time, he killed a lot of infantry in just one shot.
Mate, but I don't know if he wants to do that again because this time there are tanks, there are missile stars here to hold the line.
I don't know, mate. That's a lot of lurker.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so, but oh god, he just couldn't break through. Meanwhile, we do have these lurkers once again bringing down that wall, but there are plenty of liberators here to force Ukko back. And this is the other big problem. Liberators are coming in, mate. What is?
Liberators start. Hydras just engaged the liberators. The 6-chan were not in position. And finally, mate, the first Viper is out.
Oh yeah. Vipers are coming out. Beautifully done there by Ukko. That will help his engagement so much more here. He also has to make sure he doesn't neglect his anti-air, like throwing down the Spire for Corruptors would be ideal against these Liberators that are on the way.
The first nuke finally happens. It got cancelled because it just made his purpose, which was to move the army away. And Ukko is forced to reposition, and he's losing quite a few lurkers made on the way. Mate, yeah. that's a lot of Viper.
That's arguably too much supply in Vipers. That's 8 Vipers, mate. When like 4 is more than enough. I guess to be fair, maybe he's anticipating like his opponent EMPing him, so he wants to be careful, right? He wants to make sure he does have at least 1 Viper with energy. At the same time, I'm glad that he is refining his army even further, going for double Spire, so he can switch into Corruptors and Broodlords.
Semper, meanwhile, going for quadruple command center. Ooh, a nice nuke on the top base for Ukko, mate. And Ukko is not reacting. Right, keep the camera there. Keep the camera there. Okay. Ukko reacts.
He does react in the end. Nothing will go down. At the same time, Semper is pushing deep into creep, or relatively deep into creep. This time, the Vipers are ready.
Oh, nice. And Okay, that was interesting. That was a couple of good youngs by the Vipers, but the Vipers all got the MP.
Yeah, mate, they were suicide bombers, mate. The ghosts they wanted to be yoink, they did get those EMPs. Thankfully, there are a lot of Vipers. There's still plenty of energy for those yoinks.
I mean, you say that, mate, but only 3 Vipers are left. 4 Vipers are left.
Oh, exactly, none of them with energy.
That was some good snipes, mate. I think Semper can take advantage and move a little bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Tanks are sieging.
That they are. At the same time, a couple of lurkers are trying to harass, trying to get on top of that production. But again, I worry for the main army.
Oh my god, he went directly for the hatchery. Almost get it, but a queen at the last moment heals the hatchery and so it survives.
Just barely, mate. Meanwhile, the lurkers, they are forced back. There are plenty of reinforcements here to deal with it. Meanwhile, oh my god, the Hydras are engaging a little bit too soon. Again, you gotta wait for the lurkers. Vipers.
Second round of Vipers are here, mate. How many Vipers are there? There are 9 Vipers here. There we go. A nice couple of joints and 2 Two more tanks went down, but the nuke went. Oh, okay, nice jump by the Viper, but the hatcher is going to be focused and it's going to be killed.
It is. God, but Semper has to be careful because again, he keeps losing these tanks. Like he only has 3 left. Like there's not much stopping Ukko, and there we go. He's rushing on forward with all of his lurkers. And just like that, Ukko does break out of this contain. He forces Semper all the way back home. We have even more yoinks on all of these medevacs. Oh my god, they all go down.
Yeah, they all go down, mate. Now it is Ukko who is 20 supply ahead of his opponent and he's moving out.
Yeah, that he is. What I will say though is that Semper, he didn't stop macroing his army. His reinforcements, they are on the way. They were just a little bit late. And with this, Ukko, he may get the planetary.
The planetary is being repaired at the moment, mate. But there's scans, the planetary, no, yeah, the planetary falls at last, I think, I'm gonna say. Yeah, Ukko, 40 supply ahead of his opponent, 95 army supply versus 116.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, is Ukko gonna do it?
I mean, Semper doesn't have much of a bank. We do have a couple of snipes. He is trading relatively efficiently here, but 18 SCVs went down, mate. What I will say is that, like, again, a lot of these fringe bases, like, they've been working wonders here for Ukko, just keeping his economy up, allowing him to rebuild his army. At the same time, we've now evened up here. Semper is slowly catching up.
Yeah, he needs to be careful, mate. There's still the Vipers. The Vipers can one kill any unit that they choose to.
Oh god. You say that the Vipers also have to be careful not to get too close to those ghosts.
Cancel on this base for Ukko and meanwhile, mate, Ukko is doing a counter-attack on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that he is. The tanks are not siege. The Lings are going to get us around, but the wall gets up just in time.
Yeah, just in time. This wall is eventually going to fall, so the Lings are going to go in, mate. And what is there to defend? Ukko, Semper retreats.
Oh, exactly. The Lings, they break in not just into the natural, but into their main base. They get into the production, and now Semper, he has to respond to this. Oh my god, and again, this is going to buy a lot of time for Ukko. Now Ukko's main army can reposition into the center of the map. He has the freedom to do so, mate. He wants to go in for another base, especially because Semper's main army is distracted. It's busy here in the main.
Yes, all of his army returned to the main base, mate, and yeah, the settlings go in, the lurkers reposition, mate, and now Semper is in big trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful yoinks there. All the tanks do go down. Oh my god, Semper, he can barely hold on. The majority of his supply are in these medevacs.
Yeah, nice EMPs on the Vipers, so no more Vipers. So I'm from behind, mate. I don't know where these tanks and ghosts came from, mate, but now they destroy the lurkers.
Oh
mate,
my.
now it is Semper who is 50 supply ahead.
Oh my god, just like that, all the lurkers go down. That is my fault, as again, I assumed that the army was here. I didn't realize that there was a force of tanks here towards the south that just came out of nowhere. My oh my. Hey, things
95 army supply for Semper, 65 for Ukko.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Ukko, he was looking so good, he had so much momentum, but maybe he overextended a little bit. He got a little bit too overeager, threw too much of his army away. And now, like, because of that, because the lurker count was reset, like, it's gonna take so long for him to get to a comparable amount of lurkers again.
To be honest, I really thought he had it, mate. I really thought he had it for a second, but I didn't see the tanks and the ghosts coming from behind.
Exactly.
There we go, mate. There are no Bailings, there is only 2 lurkers, mate. This is a very fragile army by Ukko.
Oh god, meanwhile, here we go. The Vipers coming in clutch, but the Bio comes in as well. There are only 2 lurkers left, and they're gonna go down. Or are they?
Oh wow, mate. I remember, lurker, very good versus Marines. All the Marines disappear, but the lurkers go down. This is a very messy game, mate. I'm not sure who is going to survive.
Oh god, the reinforcing ghosts come in just barely in time. He does not allow Ukko to get this base up and running. Ukko losing the lurkers once again. He still has 2 more. He still has 2 remaining.
There we go, settling counter-attack once again from Ukko, but Semper is ready. He's teams the Marines and he's going for a choke.
That he is. Semper trading as best he can. Eventually, the Lings will bust through, but there are reinforcements coming out from this production. And in the end, the lanes will be dealt with. Ukko with a very bold base.
Yes, look at game, mate. At that eager SCV. It must be the same SCV that killed the pylon from Patimac.
Oh yeah. One and the same, mate. Oh god, oh god.
Oh, nice junks on the ghost. 1 goes, 2 goes, 2 down, 3 goes down. Semper needs to be careful. His amount of gas is not very big.
Oh god, not at all. But you know what? It's just bigger than Ukko's, and that is all that matters. Because Ukko, he is gas starved right now. He only has 1 base mining gas. Okay, he has a second. Oh god, but he is running out everywhere else.
Yeah, mate. Then when there is no more gas, who do you think wins between Zerling and man with gun?
It's all about the man with gun, mate. But you know what? They're not here, and the Lings, they go for a massive run by. A lot of workers do go down.
Nice junk. He takes out another tank. Plus, with the base that he just denied in the bottom left, that's a nice win by Semper, by Ukko.
It's nice, but what's important is that Semper, mate, he's establishing a brand new base. This one right here, right next to his army.
Yeah, the Zerling still going for the counterattack. Another base denied by him. But the next one is a planetary, so the Zerlings will not be able to keep going.
Exactly, they are forced back. Ukko desperately trying to get more bases up and running, trying to get his economy back up into this so he can get more lurkers. He has remade a decent amount of them. Now he is back up to 13. He has bought enough time. Oh my god, oh, no! Oh god, this is what I was worried about, like again, like sure you use your Vipers for abducts, but they were all alone. All 3 of them get sniped, mate.
Mate, that was the last Viper of the game.
No.
Oh my god, the nuke is going to land? Oh, that was very close. A lot of larva died.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. At the same time, another kill, not a cancel here on the southern base. Ukko, he just can't get another hatchery up and running. It's just not working out for him, mate.
Mate, Ukko is slowly starving, mate. Look at the bang. 2,000 minerals for Semper, 400 for Ukko.
Oh god, oh god. Meanwhile, the lurkers, they burrow on top of all the ghosts. The ghosts are gonna go down.
Yes, that was a nice win. He saw that a lot of infantry was down there at the other base, so he just A moves with the remaining lurkers and made them doing a lot of damage. But there's a nuke.
Oh, there is a nuke. Do we see a response? And we do. Ukko does back off.
Oh no, the changelings.
Oh no. Oof. Meanwhile, Semper accidentally leaving a tank here will go down for free. But he does scout where the main army is.
He knows where the main army is. He's going to counterattack to the other bases. He's going to defend.
Yeah,
the answer is both.
Yep, he is repositioning his army again. He knows that the army of Ukko is down here towards the south, so he does send a drop here towards the north. There's nothing here to defend. This is such a critical base for Ukko.
Yes, and it may fall just now, mate. There you go, nothing to defend. The hatchery is being targeted, and meanwhile on the other side of the map, another nuke, and the lurkers are forced to retreat.
God, that they are. The Lukes will not connect, but they do force the lurkers to unburrow. Meanwhile, as all this was happening, that hatchery did fall.
Yeah, the hatchery falls. Six drones die, and made also another more drones are died.
On top of that, oh, these lurkers are exposed. Just barely one manages to survive here. Oh my god, but I don't know if you want to really push this on top of the tanks. Oh god.
Mate, I think this is the last breath of Ukko, mate. He is now below 100 supply, mate. He's losing a lot of army. He only has a couple of lurkers left.
Yeah. He's just doing what he can, but he just can't keep up with just the sheer amount of numbers from Semper. Congratulations, gets called. GG, well played. And after a 31-minute game on the romantic side, Semper takes the series 3-0.
Mate, GG. Didn't you used to have a GG button, mate?
Funada Dark King, man. Oh god, that is Yaku. That is Yaku.
Oh, that is Yaku's button. Okay. Please tell him to lend into you.
Oh god. But yes, congratulations, Semper. He does take the 3-0. He is the final player to qualify for DreamHack Masters Fall North America. Wow. What a series. Even though it was a 3-0, like, again, it was very intense there, especially game number 3. As you were saying, there was a moment when Ukko was able to take a massive engagement, just really pull the army of Semper out of position, just went all in with all of his lurkers. He almost did it, he almost broke him. And then suddenly everything just swang in the favor of Semper again, like just back and forth.
Yeah, it was extremely close, mate, extremely back and forth. Nice series. And yeah, even though it was a 3-0, mate, it was a lot closer than I would have expected.
Definitely. I don't think the score on the bracket 3-0 gives this series like enough justice or enough credit. So yeah, it was insane. It was beautiful. And with that, we have our final qualifying players here. We did get confirmation. M. Canning did qualify, did take down BioIce 3-1, and Namshar also took down Pure Legacy 3-2.
Yeah, congratulations to all the qualified players today, and I'm sorry to all the players who almost made it. Almost made it, but they still do not go home free. They still got home with a nice chunk of cash. They
do still land in the money. But yeah, again, a bit of a shame that some of the players didn't make it through, but there is always next season. There is always DreamHack Winter. You have plenty of time to continue to practice and prepare for the next season. Oh my god. And with that we have our final qualified players, and that was our last series for the NA qualifiers today.
Yeah, it is done, mate. It is done. We finally now the 8 players who are going to play DreamHack North America in a couple of weeks. Let me see what's the exact start date. Let's see. They start on the 3rd of August. The 3rd of August. So today is the 24th. So let me open calendar. It is from the next Tuesday to the next.
Yes, in just over a week. Again, next week is going to be some Europe and Latin America, and then once that closes up, because Latin America is, I believe, like 4 or 5 days in total, then it goes straight into North America.
Yes. So yeah, congratulations to all the qualified players, and let us see what they can do in a few weeks versus the big boys.
Oh yeah. Again, let me just quickly show it on the stream right now. The players who are waiting for all of these qualified players are, oh my god, there's a lot of Protoss. Australia, Disc, Neeb, Nina, Pili, Trigger, Scarlet, and Vindicta. They have been patiently waiting. I did even see Trigger in the chat earlier waiting for their competition, who was going to show up in that DreamHack group stage.
Yeah, now that the qualifiers are done, like, we also have the total numbers of players for each race. We have 3 Terrans, 4 Zergs, and 9 Protoss.
Yeah, it's not enough Protoss, mate.
That's a lot of Protoss. It's so many Protoss, mate, that at least 1 Protoss is going to move to the playoffs.
One can only hope. But yeah, what a day of StarCraft here. Again, it was a lot of fun. Shout out to all the players who did make it through, and shout out to everyone who showed up as well. I apologize, I didn't get to shout you out or Funada you. Funada.
Funada you.
Mate, Pocket Mike in the chat. Did you see him earlier?
Yes, I saw him and I ignored him.
Exactly. Funada Pocket Mike in the chat. Also, thank you so much, Renegade X, for that raid. Renegade X, I believe he was covering M. Canning, if I'm not wrong, versus BioIce. But again, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate the support. Also, make sure you support him as well, as he does cast plenty of StarCraft. He's good at what he does. Also, another one of the community casters out there. And yeah, with that, we are done for this morning. I say this morning because our next broadcast is going to be in, I believe, 5 hours. No, 4 hours. Oh boy. I have to nap after this. It's gonna be DreamHack Oceania. Oh boy.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like you'll be very pumped up for it because man, your boy Stardock is there.
Yes, yes. We already had one CranKy Duckling move on to the main event. Well, I guess two technically because of Eric. Shout out to Eric, by the way. Can we get a third Duckling in the main event? That is a question of Oceania. Starduck is going to be there representing the CranKy Ducklings himself, but he has some tough competition. He's going to be going up against Miyamika, and that's going to be a spicy matchup. Of course, that's going to be casted here on this channel. So if you enjoyed our casting and if you want more, then make sure to hit that follow button because we are going to be live throughout the week, throughout the day, with more StarCraft. And with that, Darking, why don't you tell the people a little bit more about yourself, mate? Who are you and where can they find more of you?
Hello, mate. I am Darking. I do many things, usually behind the scenes for the StarCraft community. You know, running some tournaments, updating Wikipedia, just being a cool guy all around. And if you want to follow more of me, please follow me on my social media for Twitter at Darking665. Or if you want to see me play really bad StarCraft, you can also follow me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Darking665.
Yes, yes. Oh boy, again, he does stream occasionally throughout the week. I know we're pretty busy nowadays, not just with casting, but also with running our own events. Speaking of, Desafiantes is going to be next week. That is going to be Code A essentially for Latin America. So if you are interested in Latin American StarCraft, or if you want to know more about it, then yeah, mate, just be sure to check us out here on the CranKy Ducklings. There's plenty of Latin American StarCraft here, and we do also sponsor that event to help support the Latin American scene.
Every dollar helps, like every dollar helps.
Exactly. Meanwhile, you can follow me as light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I do stream occasionally throughout the week. If you are interested in that, it's typically ladder sessions or Final Fantasy streams, Final Fantasy 14. That's something that myself and the rest of the CranKy Ducklings are currently playing in whatever downtime we have. But I probably won't be alive this week. Again, we're really busy with DreamHack, with casting. Like it's really intense, and I've barely been sleeping. It's like a couple hours a day. That's why I can't wait to go and have a nap straight after this. But yeah,
good luck with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Darking. Oh god. But with that, we are done for now. Again, you can follow the CranKy Ducklings on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have our YouTube channel, which has all of our VODs. We also have a Discord server as well if you want to get in touch with us and the rest of the Ducklings and hang out and chill and have a viewing party and stuff like that. We do also have that available to you. If you want to support the CranKy Ducklings, then you can always subscribe to our Twitch channel, Twitch Prime and whatnot. You can also check us out on Patreon. Again, all the money that we make from our Twitch channel, it does go back towards the players, towards the tournaments that we run as well. Again, we have a lot going on here on the CranKy Ducklings. So thank you for the support. I hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast. And with that, Darking, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nothing more, though. Just thank you everyone for coming in, and please tune in tomorrow because Latin America is coming next, mate.
It is.
I cannot wait.
Oh god, I can, mate. Look, it's so stressful, like being a team owner and watching your players perform, and like it's like sure, it's great when they do well, but like, oh god, it's gonna be
okay, mate. It's okay, mate. You have good players. They basically guaranteed.
I don't know about that one. We'll see. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. But with that, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you in 4 hours. Ciao.
Bye, everyone.